Hey there, beautiful souls. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm Steph Demetrius, and I am on a mission to help you get to know your soul and live a soul-aligned life. So today I wanted to share with you how your everyday schedules empower your intuition. Now, this is something that is so simple, and often our minds or our egos will brush it aside and be like, no, that's not going to work. But this is something that I have taken to the next level recently, which is why I wanted to share it with you, because it's been coming up in lots of different conversations. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about my practice with scheduling. And I'm just literally talking about your everyday schedules and how it is such a powerful practice for helping you empower and tune into your intuition. So ultimately what happens during the day is if we have a whole lot of little decisions to make, little micro decisions during the day, we spend a lot of time and energy, and it can even provoke anxiety and overwhelm making these micro decisions during the day. And what happens is when we're spending more time in our mind and we're feeling anxious and stressed and overwhelmed, we generally don't let our intuition drop in. We generally block it. So what we're doing when we create everyday schedules, just literally your everyday, what are you going to eat today, meal planning, what are you doing today, all those little things, when you take out those micro decisions during the day, you remove that overwhelm, you remove that anxiety, and you create more space. And what happens when you create more space is that you have space for your intuition to drop in. You have space to hear and feel and sense your intuition. And then we can get to the next level and trust it and start to action it. And through those daily actions, it creates an intuitively led life, because then we're spending more time hearing, feeling, sensing, allowing our intuition to drop in, taking action on those, and then those moments build and build and build and create your days and create your weeks and ultimately create your life. So I'm going to share with you a couple of the tools that I use every single day to support me to create schedules. The very first one is my curation journal by St. Belford. I absolutely love this. This is the third year in a row. I've got a couple on my bookshelf just here the last couple of years. And the reason I keep them is that I have turned them into a keepsake. I literally write down one thing or one experience I've had each day that I'm really grateful for. So the way I schedule with these is I use the calendar at the front. There's an amazing calendar at the front of this, which just has basically everything in it that happens for my day to day. Everything from babysitters that are supporting me, who's coming over to help, the kids' sports, my work hours, the kids' work hours, play dates, parties, weekends away, all the things, everything goes in there. And then I use it on a weekly basis. So the weekly part, there's a little habit tracker at the top here. So I write down the habits that I want to track each day. So even things like reading books, 80% healthy snacks, healthy brekkie, slow moving. So trying to add more yin into my days. And I'm doing a 30-day meditation challenge at the moment. So I'm ticking those off every day. And then I set an intention every single morning. I write down a little hearty, a little self-care practice I'm going to do during the day for myself. And then in the rest of the space, I either write lists of things that I have to do during the day. And then I've always got space there for one memory from every day. So then I can look back, and most of my memories are about my kids. I've got 3 kids, age 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5. So most of my memories cute little things they do during the day, or moments of connection I have with them, or just things like that that I love to be able to remember. So that's the curation by St. Belford. The second one is the Create Your Best Life journal by Collective Hub. Now I love this journal because at the start it makes you go through all the different areas of your life, what matters most to you, your interests and hobbies, your dreams, your well-being goals, your money and finance goals, your fitness and moving goals, and travel goals, all those sorts of things, and ask you why you want them. So you get to go to that deeper level of, why do I want to do these things in my life? How do I want my life to look? There's also the daily routines, which I'm loving at the moment. It splits the day up into 3 sections. So you've got your morning from 6 a.m. till 11, your afternoon from 11 till 5, and then your evening from 5 till 11. And I just have mini goals that I want to achieve in each of those times. So at the moment, as I'm recording this, we are in a lockdown in Melbourne due to COVID. So having little goals, like 4 or 5 different goals for each of those sections, just gives me something to focus on for myself while I'm at home, homeschooling the kids, trying to fit work around that, doing all the things at home. So rather than kind of just feel like my days are taken up with everyone else's stuff, it allows me to be able to just have little pockets of things that I want to do for myself and still All of these are in line with my bigger goals. These are just like the stepping stones to my bigger goals. So it allows me to focus on those during the day, which is amazing. There's so much else in this diary. You can go and focus on your sleeping habits. You can go and focus on just so many different things. I love it. There's lots of space to just write and journal and just get out what's in your mind. But I really love that one. I pretty much have these in the house with me all the time. I have a couple on a schedule on the fridge too. These ones are ones that I've added in recently. A couple of them I've added in recently. A few of them I've been using since the start of the year, 2021. But the ones I've added in recently are meal planning, which I've wanted to do for a long time. And my hubby and I recently went away on a holiday and we just sat down and were like, right, what's not working in our life? What could we do better? And how can we do it? So we wrote down all this structure. We came up with a meal plan. We literally wrote down like 28 different meals and we're just cycling through those. So it makes our weekly shopping easy and it takes out the guesswork of what are we going to have for dinner. I also have a schedule on the fridge now my husband and I made of who's cooking dinner each night and who's doing the kids' teeth and getting ready for bed and that kind of thing. Because some nights we have sports on and all sorts of things. So now we have a schedule. So we all know what's happening. Everyone knows what's happening. I even have a snack schedule. So this is something that I've recently added in because if I had $1 for every time my kids say, Mum, I'm hungry, what can I eat? I would have a lot of dollars. So I decided that I was being asked that question so much, I'm just gonna routinize it. So all I did is I wrote down like a list from 1 to like 7 in order. They start from the top of the list and work their way down and they go and get the snacks when they're hungry. So I know they're going to be eating healthy snacks as long as they stick with the list, which generally they do. If not, if they don't know what to do, they come and ask me. But that's taken a lot of just having to make more micro decisions and more thinking out of my day so I can have more space in my mind. I can be more present. It's just made it so much easier because they're constantly asking me that question. So why don't I just give them the answer on the fridge? Easy. Then they don't even have to come and ask me. And they just know exactly what to do for that. Then we can spend more time playing and I've got more energy because I'm not having to make all these micro decisions. The other one I've got too is a kid's routine for the morning. So what they have to do before school and then what they have to do when they come home from school and in the evening before bed. So they've got a little list and they've got little magnets and they put the little magnets on each one as they go through those. So the mornings now are just done. They just know what to do, what has to happen. I even made a list or like a little menu for their school lunches because that again was something else in the morning that became this massive talking point and lots of questions and a bit of whinging and complaining about what we're having for lunch. So I just went, okay, let's write down your 5 meals you're going to have and I'm just going to schedule it in. And I literally just make the same each week. So they have a schedule of their lunches, which was just amazing. So they're really practical things that I'm talking about, but because they take away those micro decisions that create anxiety and stress, it just leaves so much space. I have honestly, in the last like 3 weeks, noticed so much more space in my mind, less anxiety and overwhelm because I'm not having to make all those decisions constantly during the day. There's just more space because the decisions are already made and everyone knows what they are. There's 2 more things that I use for my planning and for my scheduling. One of them is the social media marketing calendar by the Collective Hub. So I've changed it a little bit down here. I use this for my business. So when I'm scheduling in things like recording videos like this, where they're going to go on IGTV, on YouTube, on my blog, in my email, and I have all of that written down here. Podcasts, webinars, all those sorts of things get scheduled in here. Topics, all that sort of stuff. So then for me, if I don't have it written down somewhere on a list to tick off, it generally won't get done. It will get delayed and delayed and delayed. So I am a very big list person. The other one I've been using a lot of as well is my work from home planner, which is also from Collective Hub. So on the days, which is most days I'm doing something for work, or generally at the start of the week, I will write down a list of, right, this is what I want to get done for the week. That stays open on my desk. It's super easy. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just work through the list and get through as much as I can in that week. It just takes out time as well and decision making once again when I've got those moments, especially with 3 kids. When I've got those moments, if I've got an hour where my youngest son is napping and the 2 kids are having a bit of chill time, I'm not sitting here going, right, what am I going to do? Like, getting myself stressed and overwhelmed and having to make those decisions. I already have them made at the start of the week. I literally sit down on a Sunday or a Monday and I just write them out for the week and then they are done. So I hope that this conversation has supported you to create some more scheduling, just basic everyday scheduling in your life, and exactly how that helps you with your intuition by creating space, taking out micro decisions, just giving you a bit more leeway and a bit more space for those intuitive answers, the guidance, the wisdom to drop in, everything that you're seeking from your intuition. So I hope this video has supported you. If you are after any more support, you can head over to stephdemetrius.com. I have a free resources section over there. I have 48 episodes of a podcast, my podcast, which is Ignite Your Intuition, which is all about helping you really connect in and supporting you to connect into your intuition. And I'm also, once again, running one-on-one sessions, either online or in person when we're not in lockdown. So you can head on over to the Work With Me page or send me a DM or an email at info@stephdemetrius.com if you have any more questions. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah!